This conference will now be recorded.
Before we go to the class, there are a couple of thumb rules of my class which I want to remind to everyone. Number one, people who belongs to the family of Nababs, people who belongs to the royal family of Rajasthan, right? I request them, Your Highness, Your Excellency, please make sure that you come on time. I am not a trainer who starts the class at 7:10. Your Highness, His or Her Excellency, a small request from the trainer, please make sure that you are available exactly at 7:000 hours without failure. Maybe today I gave, I was talking about Coven, right? I was talking here and there, I was asking people to go ahead and ask doubts. But very frankly, remember that your trainer has everything. He has lots of money in the bank balance, enough bank balance for his retirement as of today. He has a beautiful wife with two beautiful kids. He has a beautiful car. He has a beautiful individual house. Only thing your trainer doesn't have is time. I want to call this out very straightforward on the first day of the class that your trainer doesn't have time. Other than time, your trainer has everything. He doesn't have a time for his own family many a times, right? He doesn't have time for the office meetings and he keeps chasing the time. I have a back-to-back classes. Your batch is 115. At 8:30, I have OF 111 development going on, followed by 10 o'clock. After that, the third batch I take is OF 114, right? And in evening, 5 o'clock, I take OF 112, right? Immediately after the class, within maybe 15-20 minutes, I log into my office somewhere about 11:45. I continue my office till night 10:30, 11 or 12, right? Then, right, I go ahead and have my dinner somewhere at 12:31. By the time I sleep, it's 1:32, and next day morning at 6:45, right, I'm back to the track. Why I'm giving you my day timetable? Just to let you know that importance of time for me. I'm not like other trainers. Once again, I'm calling this out that night 7 o'clock class will start at 7:15, 7:20. No, your 7 o'clock start class will start at 7:02 sharp. And I mean it. Please do not go by analog watch. Please go by your digital clock on your mobile phone because these times are controlled by your service provider and they will never be wrong, right? Your wall clock might have a battery problem and it might go slow. So don't look at the wall clock. Look at your mobile clock, right? It's my humble request to all the highness, to all his excellency and her excellencies, right? I believe everyone is clear. Yes,
Yes.
perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Next, towards the right hand side corner of GoToMeeting, you would be able to see a small yellow icon, a flower icon, right? A yellow GoToMeeting icon, the brand icon of GoToMeeting. There is a drop down arrow there. When you click on it, you have an option called as edit your name and email. It's my humble request to everyone to please make sure that you log in with the right name and email in my class. I definitely don't want to call you guys with something logged in with Lenovo. Now, it looks very awkward for me to call someone as hi Lenovo, hi user, somebody logged in with KD. KD. What should be the KD? And somebody logs in with user. hi user, right? So please log in with proper names. It's my humble request. Second humble request. Third, right? Third, if you have doubts, do not hesitate to ask doubts. Remember that you're not here for what I'm teaching. You're here for what you're learning, right? I will take another 5 minutes and then I will start the session, okay? People who might be thinking that, Rupam, enough of lecture, start the class. Believe me, these are required. Day one, I want to make it everything clear before we start the class, right? Please, in my class, if you have doubts, questions, do not hesitate to ask. Let your neighbors and peers go to hell. Let them go to hell. You don't care about anyone in the class. You just care about yourself. Be selfish in my class. Selfish. You in my class. Nenu, Nadi, Nene, Nene. Me, myself, I only. There is nothing we. After the class, you can have we. But in the class, it's me. Be selfish. Remember that tomorrow in the interview, your friends are not going to help. Tomorrow in a job, you have to survive by yourself. So if others are able to understand and no, when I ask a question, guys, is it clear? Nobody's answering. Don't look at others' silence. If you don't understand, say that, hey, Rupam, sorry, I didn't got it. Clear. Others are intelligent, let them be. Let them sit quiet, you raise your voice. If you don't raise your voice, then please later don't blame me that I was not able to understand, trainer didn't told me properly. It's a new technology that you're entering. Your silence will be taken as an acceptance of your understanding, right? Crystal clear. Next, in between the class, I love to use different languages. However, sir, I don't understand Telugu. Please, can you speak in English? 99% I'll be in English only. 1% I might be on different language. If I'm on a different language, immediately there'll be English translation, the next statement. So you don't need to, force yourself to understand that language. Even if I say a single word, immediately I'll translate that in English, the next statement. Next, those who are able to see the screen small. Sir, can you expand your screen? Can you zoom your screen? The problem is not from my side. From my side, the screen is 100% full with a Salesforce logo, with a username and password, with a login button, right? From your side, where you see attendee 1, attendee 2, attendee 3, up to attendee 100, there is an option called as view all, hide all. Click on hide all. Hide all. Automatically, the screen will become big. You have a zoom option. You have a maximize option. You have a drag and drop option. Please drag and drop. Next, those who are attending the class with Airtel 598 package, right? If you are dependent on your mobile data to attend the class, then you're wrong. Please have a dedicated internet connection. Please have a dedicated internet connection for these classes, right? Have a wired and dedicated internet connection. Otherwise, people will say, Rupam cannot hear you. Rupam, your screen is not moving. Rupam cannot see your screen. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, Rupam. Hello, you're there. All these nonsense will start in the class, right? By the way, to let you know, I'm using Planetronix headset, which costs 21,000. The headset that I'm using. Backup, I have a headset from Jabra. right? That is also costly, which is a noise cancelling mic. That means anything surround me, right? You will not be able to feel the noise other than sometimes if my son, who is just a 3 months old, is near to me and he's shouting or he's crying. Other than those scenarios, you would not be able to hear any surround sound around me, right? During the classroom, I will highly recommend you to please observe your mic, whether it's in a mute or not. Your mics are very sensible. They picks up the voice 20 meters away from you, 20 meters away from you, including whatever is happening in your washroom, drawing room, right? Kitchen room, bedroom, your neighbor's house, everything is being picked up. So please, right? Next, those who are joining for the first time, relax. We have not yet started any class. This will be the class 0 we are starting. So you are in the right time, right place. If you have any doubts, questions, please refer to the recording of yesterday's, or I will strongly recommend you to go ahead and listen the demo class recording of 24th of this month. 24th, there was a demo. So please go ahead to that demo class recordings. Finally, the last thumb rule. In my class, remember that you are under observation. Your trainer is observing you. I'm not a trainer who doesn't care about my students. Each and everyone in my class is under my observation, right? I'm looking at you, right? Remotely, you might be thinking, how Rupam can see me all bakwas. No. After the class, I check your attendance. How? In the go-to meeting, I have complete attendance sheet available. Who is attending? Who is not attending? Your trainer is observing you. If you are an irregular candidate, right? Please do not join my class. As simple as that, as clear as that. Here, I get a complete list of people. You can see from which location till what time you logged in, what time you logged out. A complete list is available with me, right? You can see. I can export them in an Excel. I can do a VLOOKUP and I can compare your attendance daily. Does your trainer does that? Yes. Your trainer is observing you. Remember this very well. Once again, I'm calling this out. Day 1 of the class. Your trainer is looking at you. He's seeing what time you're coming in, what time you're going out. If I see that you're irregular candidate, then I will definitely recommend you to withdraw the course. I don't want to spoil my name where after completion of this course, you don't get a job and you blame the technology and the trainer. ఆడు వేస్ట్ ఫెలోరా ఆడు ఏం చెప్పాడు ఏందో ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు he's a waste fellow man what I don't know what he told. I don't want these type of words sentences coming out from your mouth because it's always easy to blame others rather than blaming yourself. Nobody wants to blame self even though the problem lies in your side, but you still try to push it on others head. Nobody that time you will not realize that you are irregular, you didn't attend the classes regularly. That time you will put the blame on me and the subject or on the technology. I waste technology, no calls, and you can't clear interviews, right? Clearing interview is easy in Salesforce. Right now, I'm calling it out. This is my plane. I am the pilot. Please follow my direction. I can give you that assurance and guarantee on call. This call is getting recorded. You will have this recording with you. After 4 months, you can come back to me and then you can tell me that, hey, Rupam, you asked me to follow yourself. I followed you religiously. Today I'm nowhere. You told me that, right? I'll get a job. Where am I? You can ask me this question. You have a complete right to do so. All the homeworks I'm giving, please follow. Right? Clear? Once again, guys, trust me, you are in a right technology. Have that faith. You don't need to learn anything, neither Java, neither .NET, neither any programming. You just need to focus on what I'm telling you, what I'm giving in the class. You have my complete assurance and guarantee that during the programming session, everyone, including the people who have never did programming in their life, who were keeping themselves 20 kilometers away from programming, who doesn't want to put themselves in programming world, or they have a fear, right, hesitation from programming, don't worry, I'm here to help you from zero. So have that faith on your trainer. Have that faith on your trainer. For the next 2 days class, today and tomorrow, it will be theoretical. I request you to please bear with me for 2 days. I cannot jump to the practical on the day one. You can understand this very well, right? So today and tomorrow, it will be slide based, theoretical, lot of writing works. Do not take this 2 days class as an example of your remaining classes. No, this 2 days class shouldn't be an impression saying that classes will be like this. No, not at all. I just want to call this out clearly before I start the subject. Today and tomorrow, you will have cloud computing theoretical classes. What is the cloud computing? What are the ways of deployment? When the cloud started? What is the public cloud? What is the private cloud? What are the different scenarios of deployment? I'll be talking more on practicals. Sorry, theoretical. Don't take this 2 days class as an example and making your mind, a class will be like that only for the remaining 3 months. No, from the third day onwards, tomorrow, end of the day onwards, the whole world will flip. It will change. Then you'll be opposite. 95% greater practical, 5% only theoretical, because I'll be giving you the notes. So I will not spend much time on theoretical, right? So that is right. Everyone clear? Anyone has any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right? I'm sorry that I've taken some 27 odd minutes here, but definitely I want to make it clear, right? In
Yeah,
between, yes, please tell me.
yeah, no, we didn't receive the video recording classes.
You will get your video recordings if you're updating your email correctly here. In the
Yeah,
GoToMeeting, if you update your email address correctly, your name and email
yeah.
address are, then you will get your recordings. They will give you the recordings, so don't worry about it. Okay?
In GoToMeeting, we need to update.
Sorry, I didn't got it.
In Go in GoToMeeting, we need to update.
On the GoToMeeting, towards the top, where you have an GoToMeeting icon, right? Click on it. There is an option called as edit your name and email. Put your right email, put your right name. You will get the videos.
Okay, okay.
Right? Perfect.
Okay.
I believe that everyone in my class is with notes and pen, right? I don't want people coming up with an empty hand listening. You have to take notes in my class. I'll be dictating the notes and you have to take it right down as if you're in a classroom session. In between, if my voice or I get disconnected, 99.9999% this will not happen. I have a dual backup line, dual internet backup connection with a docking station. 2 internet connections is getting connected to my system with a router. If one fails, my router will immediately, within 20 seconds, it will shift me to the next connection. In between, if you see that I got disconnected, which is rare of the rare of the rare of the rarest scenario, I will expect that you will behave like a professional. Sir, voice వినపడతలేదు. Hello, sir, you are there. Hello, hello, hello. Somebody will start typing. Sir, not here, cannot hear, cannot hear. Somebody will start calling the institute. Hello, capital info. Class వినపడతలేదు. Hello, capital info, cannot hear the class. Stand by. Cool, relax. Go and get a glass of water and coffee or a tea. Whatever is happening at your screen, your trainer is completely aware. On my second dual monitor, I'm observing the class, that what I'm showing on my screen and what you're able to see. I'm testing my connection every second on my screen. My connection is being tested to see my voice is reaching to you perfectly or not. Simple word, your trainer is taking a lot of pains and effort to make sure that you get a crystal clear class. So relax, cool. If there's a silence, he'll be back in 2 minutes, 1 minute. You relax till your class time is over. The class continues. Remember this very well, right? Perfect. Let's go ahead and start now. So cloud computing, right? Put a heading called as Cloud Computing Basics. Cloud Computing Basics. Now, before we go to the cloud computing, let us understand what is the history of it. Cloud computing is a recent technology. Earlier to this, right, we used to talk about client server architecture before cloud computing, which was very popular. In your school, college days, you might have heard about LAN, local area network, WAN, wide area network, MAN, MAN, metropolitan area network. Most of you might have heard about it. But today, these are not heard. In a day-to-day life, you never hear LAN, WAN, MAN. This concept is totally getting outdated because this concept has now been overtaken by cloud. Now, let us understand this concept first with the help of a diagram. Rupam, what exactly this means? As I told you, I will go from the scratch for the people who have just joined recently to this computing world. Right? What happens? In the earlier days, today also this is popular, we used to have one server. It could be an application server, it could be a database server, right? And then we used to have client machines. Client machines. These are your client machines, right? These are your client machines. Client machines are nothing but the machine which is accessing the software. One server, right? And then a cable is drawn called local area network, and every machine will be connected to this cable. Every machine will be connected to this cable. All the machines are connected to this cable. One server, right? And these are the client systems. Mostly you see this architecture in the office. In the office. Very good, suitable for office. One server room, from there the cables, if there are 100 system, right, with a switch and router, 100 cables runs to this 100 system. All are connected to the server. This is called as Gen 1, Generation 1 technology. What is this? Client server. In this technology, a person who is sitting at Amirpet or at Miapur at his home cannot work. He or she cannot connect to the office. Somewhere he is sitting at Amirpet, BHL, let's say Dilshnagar or Uppal, some look outside the office. Company has to lay a dedicated cable called as leased line. You might have heard about this word called as leased line. Company has to lay a cable called as a dedicated cable called as leased line. Company has to put this leased line from the office. They have to drag a cable to the users wherever he is. Very costly affair. You might have heard about the leased line concept. Very costly affair. You have to dig the ground, you have to put the cable. It's very high on maintenance. Tomorrow, the municipal corporation comes for a water line or a drainage line, they will dig and your cable is broken. If your cable is broken, the connection disconnects. Again, you have to find where the cable is broken. You have to fix those. Very difficult, very high on maintenance, very costly affair. It's $1 million affair. And this is not possible to drag the cable to every location. If there are 20 users scattered in the city, I cannot drag a 20 different cables from my office to 20 different users sitting at 20 different locations. Who is using this? Indian Railways. Indian Railways is still on this. Indian Railways, example. Do you see Indian Railways reservation counter everywhere here and there? No. Those who are in Hyderabad, if you are towards the BHL Kukatpalli side or High Tech City side, the nearest railway reservation counter will be a railway station or opposite JNTU. Opposite JNTU, Kukatpalli Housing Board, you have a railway reservation counter. Then the next railway reservation counter is 10 kilometers away at Huda Maitrivanam, at Amirpet Junction, Amirpet Crossroad in Huda Maitrivanam. First floor, you have an Indian Railway reservation counter. Then next counter will be at, there is no counter in Begumpet, nowhere, not in Khairatabad, nowhere. Again, you will find a counter in Vishnagar and Secunderabad. There are only 3 to 4 counters in railway reservation, Indian railway reservation counters. Why? They are on this technology. That means in railway reservation, they don't use internet, public internet to connect their servers. They have a dedicated line. That is the reason during the Tatkal time, people prefer to stand online and book the ticket rather than preferring an IRCTC website. During the Tatkal time, have you tried to book the ticket? Tatkal will be keep on rotating, right? You see available 23, you click on book, it keeps on rotating, then you enter the name. Then you enter the name. Please do not log in from double system. If you're logging for double system, this is the way the echo will come, right? If you see that during the Tatkal time, your ticket booking is very slow. By the time you book the ticket, you go to the payment gateway, you will have page cannot be displayed. You refresh, it comes. You see that you saw 22 seat available. By the time you book the ticket, it will say waiting list 7. But in the counter, taka 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 taka, tap 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 tap, fast it will go. Why? Because they have a dedicated internet connection. They have a dedicated leased line. All these railway reservation counter across the city has a dedicated cable directly to the railway router, to the railway server. They have a direct connection. They are still in the client server architecture. Advantage. What is the advantage of this? 0, 1. Super fast. I will not say fast. SUPER, super fast. Your transactions are super fast. Number 2, highly secure. Nobody can hack it. Why? Because it's a dedicated line. Unless and somebody digs the ground, cut the cable, join another cable, right? Till then, they cannot hack the network because they are not going through a public network. Highly. What are the disadvantage? Pros and cons. Your disadvantage, ADV. Disadvantage. Number 1, costly. High on maintenance. Maintenance. This is the Gen 1 concept. That is the reason you don't find Indian Railway reservation counter everywhere, because they don't use internet. They have their own network. You have seen their system. Their system is a Dabba system. They use the DOS software. They don't use color mouse. Go and observe their system. They use a black screen. Right? Everyone? Yes, able to understand? Everyone able to understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you a practical life example, right? Everything before I come to the cloud, I'm giving you, go and observe your surrounding, right? Client server architecture is available, right, in Indian Railway reservation system. That is the reason in the counter booking is faster. In IRCTC app, the booking is, right, very slow. Your booking is quite slow, right? Your booking is quite slow, right?
Sir.
Right? Now, IT companies cannot utilize this because it's a very costly affair. Then the generation 2 came into picture. Generation 2. I'm dividing into blocks. In a generation 2, people thought, right, we have an internet connection. Why can't, right? This is the internet. Okay, 1 minute. I'll take some other color. This is an internet. Internet. This is the internet. www web. INTERNET. It's your World Wide Web. www. A employee sitting at home is connected to the internet. Why can't I connect my server also to the internet and then start my sharing? This is the Gen 2. But then they realize that if I do this, then there's a security problem. Because how can I authenticate the person who is sitting here is a genuine employee? He's a genuine user or not? How can I share my what do you call it, secure data? My data is secure from my office. This is an office server. Through an internet, how can I pass the data to my employees in my office? Then they came up with a concept called as VPN, virtual private network. Virtual private network. What is a virtual private network? Right? A network which physically doesn't exist, but virtually exists. In imagination, they exist. VPN, virtual private network. See, again, the word private is used. Here also, you can see that the black line, leased line is a private network, but it's a costly affair, right? You have to drag a single cable. Cable has to come from your high-tech city office to your house, right? No company will do this for an employee because tomorrow if employee resigns, then all the investment is gone waste. So they came up with another concept called as VPN, virtual private network. What they're doing is that this is a public internet. Inside the public internet, they are creating another cable, a virtual cable. Inside a pipeline, this is blue is internet. Through this pipeline, right, they are creating another virtually pipeline to the user. This orange line is the VPN. The blue is the, so VPN is nothing but within the internet, there'll be another connection created. Something like if there is a drainage pipe, just to explain you the concept. If there is a drainage pipe, this is the drainage pipe. Inside this drainage pipe, can you supply drinking water? Answer is yes, I can. Why not? I will insert another small pipe, a sealed PVC, highly sealed covered pipe I will insert, right? And between the drainage line, I can put this pipe through the drainage line. So outside the drainage will flow. Inside that there is a pipe through which their drinking water will flow. Pure 100% drinking water. Can I do that? Yes. Guys, everybody is able to understand the concept? There's a drainage line
Yes, sir.
between one, right? Through that drain, I need not to dig a separate water pipeline. I can use drain line to supply drinking water to houses. How? Because every house is connected with a drain. I need to have a pipe which is very qualitative pipe, strong pipe, and I can use the existing drainage connection to supply drinking water to the house. A pipe is going, that's it. It's sealed, covered pipe. The same concept. This whole internet is a drain. This whole internet is a drain. Between the drain, right, one virtually pipeline is created. This orange line is created. This concept is called virtual private network concept. Second generation, Gen 2. Gen 2, I'll keep on writing. GEN, Gen 2. Gen 2 is VPN, virtual private network. This is how the networking is going on. Virtual private network. What are the advantage? Right? ADV. What are the advantages? Right? Number one, 0 1, low cost. You don't need to invest big things. You're not laying any separate cable. Low cost. 0 2, secure. Whenever you're trying to access any office data, it'll go with this orange line. Whenever you're accessing any public data, it'll go through the blue. There's a blue pipe within this is the drainage pipe, right? This is the drainage pipe. Inside the drainage pipe, there is a orange pipe going on. The orange will connect to the office. All your public will go through this blue. So it's secure. What are the disadvantage? What is the disadvantage of this? Number one, device dependent. You cannot use any device to connect to office, right? You cannot download that VPN software from Google and install it and connect to the office just like that. No. Company will bind your device, they call trusted device. That means the laptop, only from your official laptop you can connect. For example, I will stop recording. Whenever I go to the real-time environment, I will stop recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
As I told you, whenever I'll be taking you to the real-time world, I will not be recording. With me, you will learn what happens in the real time. Perfect. Now, device dependent. I come to your house for a dinner. Suddenly my boss calls me, hey Rupam, can you please log in? There is an issue. I didn't got my laptop, but at your house, you have your laptop, you have internet connection. Can I log in? No. In your laptop, my VPN is not installed. I cannot download the VPN and install and then connect. This global, right? This global protect software that you have seen, you cannot download it anywhere from Google. These are company specific. VPNs are company specific. Hence, device dependent. Device dependent. Number two, location dependent. You cannot work from anywhere. Anywhere if you want to work, then you have to take this device. Okay, I'll just say device dependent, only one limitation. Then the third generation concept came up called as cloud computing. The third generation concept. The third generation concept, Gen 3, called cloud computing. Cloud computing, which today is getting popular in the market. Gen 3 technology. In Gen 3, right, company wants to remove this barrier of device dependent. They want every device should be able to connect to the office. That means this person is using an official laptop, using a mobile phone, he is traveling, he is in the friend's house, wherever he is. If he has internet connection, he should be able to connect. So they came out of the VPN. They came out with a concept called as cloud server. They have introduced a server in the cloud. Through the internet only, let me take a color which is prominent, right? Different color I'm taking, not orange. Now, through the internet only, same. You will be connecting to this cloud server. You will be connected to the cloud server. This cloud server is indirectly connected to your, through internet only, to your office. This yellow line is a cloud. You don't need to have a VPN. That means if the device, any device you're using, you have internet, you first connect to the company cloud gateway server. This server is actually authenticating all the requirements of security, right? For example, in my office, if you want to connect, you need to have minimum Windows 10. With the Windows 7, Windows XP, you cannot connect. With Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, you cannot connect to my office. Who will verify that? This yellow box. We have a requirement that every device that is connecting should have installed not an antivirus. Who will verify that? This yellow box. If you meet the criteria, then only it will allow you to connect to the server. Through public internet, all the security is controlled by this server, and this server connects to the main server of the office, cloud server, which is on the public domain, public internet facing. If an hacker try to hack it, he need to have those security configurations, right? Then only he can, otherwise he cannot. This is called as cloud computing. Through internet, you're accessing. Now advantage, same thing again. What is the advantage of it, right? Number one, low cost. Low cost. Number two, is it secure? Yes, because there's a lot of security. Next, 03, device independence. It is device independent. Number four, location independent. It's location independent. You can work from anywhere. You can work for anywhere, right? You can work from anywhere. What are the disadvantage? Disadvantage. Number one, right? Internet connection dependency. If your internet connection is slow, your data will move slow. Your internet connection is fast, it will move fast. This is the only disadvantage. Otherwise, the same disadvantage is there in VPN also. See, Gen 1 client server, dedicated line, LAN, WAN, MAN, leased line. Gen 2 virtual private network. Gen 3 cloud computing. You are in the Gen 3 now, cloud computing. You are in the Gen 3 cloud computing, right? You are Gen 3 cloud computing. Guys, everybody is able to understand, yes or no, what I'm trying to explain, how the things are working now,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's very clear.
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
Rupam, in Gen 3 also we need to use the VPN, right?
No, not required.
Not required.
Not required.
Mhm.
You just need to browse a location. I will, right? For example, my company, right? 1 minute, let me stop the recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
Anybody has any questions? Before I move to the writing work for next 30 minutes.
Clear, sir.
Hi,
Yes,
Rupam.
tell me.
Yeah, so my doubt is like, for suppose VMware, Horizon, Citrix, so these comes under cloud computing
This
or?
cloud computing, yes, that's correct. They are all on the cloud, Citrix cloud, virtualization, VMware cloud. Right in the demo class, I
Okay.
was showing you the diagram. Yes, they all comes under, they are security cloud, they are infrastructure cloud. They provide,
Okay.
right? If a company wants a cloud enabled login for the users, they don't know how to do it. Citrix is providing them. Hey, come to the Citrix cloud, configure your office with the Citrix. People will access through Citrix. Yes, the best example is Citrix, virtualization, VMware, Cisco, networking, right? And that is this yellow server you're talking about. This yellow server is your Citrix. Clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Anyone has any doubt before I come to the theoretical part of writing? Those who want to take a screenshot of it can take a screenshot. Those who want to scribble the diagram in your notebook can do so. Right? I'm keeping it on the screen for a couple of minutes here. Once again, I'm repeating. Today, tomorrow, probably there'll be theoretical class, guys. Don't take this class. If it's boring, bear with me for today and tomorrow. Is it boring or interesting?
Yeah, Rupam, that every company will have different server.
Yes, obviously. Every company will have the different cloud server. Every company will have their own cloud servers. There is nothing called common.
Okay.
Common cloud server is only your Facebook, Twitter, Gmail. They are common.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Shall I?
Rupam,
Yes, tell me.
the orange line is VPN, and what is the name of yellow? I'm
Yellow
getting
is the
confused.
cloud. A yellow is a
What?
cloud. You will cloud.
Oh, sorry,
You
sorry.
you don't need to put any VPN. You just need to
Oh,
access an IP address. The way you access your right Gmail. How do you access your Gmail? You
yes.
open a
Those.
browser. You open a browser. You type www.gmail.com. You enter your
Yes.
username and password, and the same thing. If I want to access my Office server, I will go to outside.xyz.com. It will ask me for username and password. I will enter it, right? And it will send a security token to my mobile phone or a security. I give the security code and it logs me to the office.
Yeah, Rupam. Thank you.
Correct? Perfect. Shall I move out of the screen?
Rupam, in the past, right, a couple of years back, the financial institutes were not trusting Salesforce for the
No,
daily transactions, let's say for bank.
no. Big bank like American Express, Barclays, Western Union Money Transfer are on Salesforce today. In the demo
Yes,
class I've shown you.
yes. But when it comes to the daily financial transactions, they still rely on the local servers, and
No,
they integrate
maybe
that.
I will disagree here. Western
Okay.
Union money transfer services are completely on Salesforce. All the gully, nukkad, street, right? You go outside in the market road, you will find Western Union money transfer everywhere. Every now and then you'll be able to see Western Union money transfer in HUD. Wherever you just yellow logo, Western Union, you see, and they are using Salesforce for their transaction. All the partners of Western Union money transfer are logging in that Salesforce environment. You give them the code, they will ask you for an ID and they will immediately pay you. Where do you think they are logging in? To the Salesforce only. It's a secure transaction. Western Union money transfer is not a small financial company. You can transfer money from one place to other place anytime. From US to India, you want to transfer money in seconds, in 1 hour. The best way is Western Union money transfer. You deposit in US, give the code and everything to the user whom you want to transfer, and that user will go to any nearest Western Union money transfer counter, not to the bank, and can encash. Right?
Okay.
So they are
Yeah.
using
So
secure.
things are changing. Yeah. Thanks, Rupam.
That's okay, no problem. Fine, they are doing it.
Hi,
I've seen that. Yes.
hi Rupam. Sushmita this side. I just actually I'm new to class and I'm new to this Salesforce also. I just wanted to know the connection between this cloud computing and Salesforce. Like, is it the Salesforce using cloud computing to
Yes.
store data and all?
The Salesforce is using cloud computing. That means you don't need to install anything. To log into Salesforce, you just need an internet and a browser. That's it. To do a development, you don't need to install any Visual Studio, .NET, Python, C, Turbo C, no software installation. You can work anywhere. You can work any device. That is what my whole
So
concept I'm
basically,
coming. I'm coming there, madam.
okay,
We are
okay,
not yet there. Please, we are coming there.
okay,
When I
okay.
come to Salesforce, you'll understand. Wait, I'm just explaining the whole architecture, how it's working as of now.
Okay, sure.
Right?
Thank you, Rupam. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now start writing. Put a heading called as, right, cloud computing. You have already put a heading called as cloud computing basic. Now a subheading called as cloud computing, right? Start writing. What is a cloud computing? Delivery of a computing resources, delivery of a computing resources, delivery of a computing resources, right, over an internet, delivery of a computing resources over an internet as a service is called cloud computing. I'll give you short notes. Don't worry, I'll not give you paragraph and paragraph. Delivery of a computing resources over an internet as service is called cloud computing. Or else you can put it vice versa also. Delivery of a computing resources as service over internet is called cloud computing. Both are right here and there. Minute change. Delivery of a computing resources, right, as service or over internet as service is called cloud computing. Next line. The word cloud stands for internet. The word cloud stands for internet, and it came in the year of 1994. Nobody is going to ask you the history, but still, as a Salesforce consultant, as a cloud consultant, you should be aware of this. So word cloud means internet. When this word started? In the year of 1994. In the year of 1994, the cloud computing concept started taking shape. The practical cloud, the realistic cloud came in the year of 2005, Salesforce Platform Cloud. First cloud plus development cloud came in the year of 2005, Salesforce. Second, Amazon Web Service, 2006. The second cloud, that is the reason these two are famous. The second cloud, 2006 AWS, Amazon Web Service. It's a utility cloud. What is that? We'll talk later. Third cloud, Eucalyptus, 2008. Write down. First cloud, the cloud word came in the year of 1994. Practically first cloud, that means without installation, can I do anything? Yes, through Salesforce in the year of 2005. Second cloud, Amazon Web Service, 2006. It's a utility cloud. Third cloud, 2008, Open Nebula, open source cloud. That means free cloud. Salesforce is not a free. AWS is not a free. They are paid. First free cloud came in the year of 2008. Right? Eucalyptus. Next, immediately, the fourth cloud is Open Nebula. Spelling is there on the screen. Open Nebula, 2008. This is the third cloud that came in. Sorry, fourth cloud. First cloud, Salesforce. Second cloud, AWS. Third, Eucalyptus. Fourth, Open Nebula. And after that, there was a boom. There was a blast. And so many cloud came in, which we cannot count. After that, so many clouds, which we cannot count. Everybody came up with their own cloud. So, clear everyone? What is a cloud computing? Delivery of a computing resources over an internet as a service is called cloud computing. And then the history. Short notes. Crispy. Somebody asks you what is a cloud computing? Immediately your definition should come. Delivery of a computing resources over an internet as service is called cloud computing. As simple as that. Now, what are the modules of cloud? Cloud has three modules. Write down. Software as service, platform as service, infrastructure as service. Cloud has three modules: software as service, SaaS, platform as service, PaaS. Next, infrastructure as service, IaaS, software as service, platform as service, infrastructure as service. Write down the heading called cloud modules. There are three modules of cloud. Be specific to the words. Cloud has three modules: software as service, platform as service, infrastructure as service. Now put a subheading called as software as service. Put a subheading called as software as service. Put a heading called as software as service. Write down offering of any software application, offering of any software application, offering of any software application hosted on a remote server, right? Offering of any software application hosted on a remote server, accessed through internet, accessed through internet as service. Offering of any application hosted on a remote server, accessed through internet as service is called software as service. Is called software as service. Example, all the email software: Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Reddit Mail, Outlook, web-based email. It's a software service. You don't need to install anything. Anywhere, everywhere, any device. You just need to have an internet connection, open a browser, type www.gmail.com and enter your username and password. You can see your emails, you can send email, you can receive email. It's a cloud software. Second example, CRM applications like Salesforce, out of box, SFDC, Microsoft Dynamics, which is nothing but Azure. Microsoft Azure is a Microsoft cloud. MS CRM, all your CRM applications, mostly they are software service. Write down, mostly for end users. SaaS is for end user. This is the place from where an end user will access the software. End user will access the software. Guys, remember that you are not an end user. You are a developer. You are an admin. You are a consultant. Your work is to build software, not to use software. After you build, after you develop, after you customize, you will give that software to your client. Your client employees will be using it. For example, right? Apollo Hospital wants a software. Who will build? Who will develop? You. Who will use? Will you use? No. You are not a user. It will be used by the nurse, receptionist, the hospital employees and staff. They will be finally using the software. Hence, we call them as software service, right? Software service. Mostly in the software service, end user, 99.99% end users will be using software service, right? Next, write down platform as service. Platform as service. Platform as service. Right, start writing. Offering of computing platform, offering of computing platform, offering of computing platform and a solution stack offering of a computing platform and a solution stack of solution. Solution stack means collection of solution, offering of a computing platform or a solution stack as service over an internet, offering of computing platform or and anything, solution stack as service over an internet is called platform as service. Right, over an internet is called platform as service. Next line, put a subheading called as PaaS offering. What we offer under PaaS: number one, designing platform. Number two,
Rupam,
yes,
platform as services, there is any example?
I'll come there, don't worry. Right, first, right, I'll come there. Yes, right, write down platform offerings. Number one, application designing platform. Number two, software development platform. Number three, testing platform. Number four, right, hosting platform. Number five, hosting platform. Number five, streaming platform. Streaming platform. So under platform as service, we offer these. It could be an application design platform. It could be an application testing platform. It could be an, a development platform. It could be an, hosting platform. It could be a streaming platform, any platform. Right? Example, force.com from Salesforce. This is a platform as service. This is a platform as service. Example, force.com. Next example, Microsoft Azure. Next, AWS. Next, Amazon Prime, Netflix. They are also streaming platform. They are also platform as service. Streaming platform. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hotstar, G5. All these are streaming platform. Now, write down all developers, all cloud developers, admin, cloud consultants work here. So your work is on platform as service, not on software as service. Software as service is for end user, whereas you as a developer, all these 105 guys who are in my class, you all belong to, where do you work? I work in platform as service. Which platform as service? Force.com. Right? Force.com, platform as service. Right? Platform as service. So you guys would be in the platform as service. Guys, everybody able to understand, yes or no? Where you sit,
Yes, sir.
your role is in
Yes, sir.
platform.
Yes, sir.
Now let us do simultaneously, right? Shall we do the, okay, right? So remember that you are not in software service, you will be working where? In platform as service, right? Salesforce.com is a software service, whereas force.com is a platform as service. In force.com, you will build the application and then you will move it to software service. You will deploy it. I'll teach you how to do the deployment also. There is a 5 days deployment class. Various tools we'll use to deploy from platform, from PaaS to SaaS. And all the end users will access the SAP or software that you develop through SaaS, through SaaS. All the development, any changes, any code fix, you will do it in PaaS. From there, you will do a deployment to SaaS. Everybody clear? Right?
Yes, sir.
We will
Yes,
do
sir.
it practically from tomorrow onwards. As I told you, just a couple of
Yes, sir.
today and tomorrow half theory, and after that 95% practical. Don't take this class as examples. These are just to make you give you the basic. Next,
So,
right
so
down.
what we're developing in Force.com is local. Is that what it is?
Your voice
Excuse me,
is not
sir.
clear. Your mic is not clear.
Oh, it's okay, sir.
Yes, tell me.
So once you develop the project in
Correct.
PaaS, the end user will use this SaaS. That's right,
Correct.
sir?
Yes, exactly. You got the point. So once the developer develops in platform as service, after testing UAT sign off, you will push it to the production, and the production is software as service. Clear? Perfect.
Okay,
Next.
platform is the development console, right? I mean,
Correct. You're getting it. Now you're coming to the point. Platform is the place where you develop. It's all the development tool comes under this. That's the reason I gave you application development, application designing, application testing, application deploy, application hosting, application streaming, right? Everything is done in this platform as service. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Right? Next, write down, right? Infrastructure as service, IaaS. Put a heading, IaaS, infrastructure as service, infrastructure as service, right? Also known as hardware as service, HAAS, infrastructure as service, also known as hardware as service, HAAS, HAAS, hardware as service. Infrastructure as service. Write down. Offering of offering of offering of computing hardware, offering of computing hardware over an internet as service, over an internet as service, offering of computing hardware over an internet as service is called infrastructure as service. Offering of computing hardware over an internet is as a service is called infrastructure as service, also known as hardware as service, also known as, right? Next heading, write down subheading, offering of hardware as service. Number one, server, server space. Number two, networking equipments. Number three, RAM, memory. Number four, CPU, processor.
So what's the
Number
heading?
five, infrastructure as service, also known as, heading is offering. Under infrastructure as service, what do you offer? The way under the platform, we offer development platform, testing platform, hosting platform, streaming platform. Same thing under infrastructure as service, what do you offer? Under infrastructure as service, a company can offer server space, company can offer networking equipments like Cisco, Citrix. They are infrastructure as service. What type of infrastructure they're offering? Networking infrastructure. right? Memory, processor, storage. Example, Google Drive. What type of infrastructure they're offering? Storage, 15 GB storage. Anytime, anywhere, everywhere. You can access Google Drive. You can dump up to 15 GB of files there. What Google is offering is storage. So actually, this is an infrastructure cloud that you are getting, right? So offering, number one, server space. Number two, network equipment. Number three, memory or RAM. Number four, CPU or processors. Number five, hard drive or storages. Example, Google Drive. Example, Cisco. Example, Citrix. Example, VMware. They are not giving you a software. They are offering you a storage. They are offering you an infrastructure. Clear now, everyone?
Yes, Rupam.
Yeah, Rupam, all cloud developers, admins, and under.
All cloud developers, admins, consultants, business analysts, you all will be here. Where? Platform as service. You all will be here. Clear?
Okay, Rupam. Okay, Rupam.
Salesforce database is in the infrastructure as service. Right? Finally, whatever you're doing, you're storing somewhere in some infrastructure. Yes. You cannot access this infrastructure directly. This infrastructure is controlled by the Salesforce only. As an admin, as a developer, you can control only the platform as service. So we don't have a control over these infrastructures. As we go inside the Salesforce, we'll learn more. But Amitabh is asking a doubt in the chat window, so I'm answering that question. So database is an infrastructure. Yes, and Salesforce is not offering a database for everyone. Only for their application, only the database are dedicated, not for anything. They're not giving a 50 GB server space. Only for Salesforce, they're offering the infrastructure within the Salesforce. Right? So basically, you guys will be working on platform as service, 99.99%. Clear, everyone? Right? Yes.
Yes, Rupam.
Now, I dividing.
Yes, Rupam.
Tomorrow we will start this. Type of cloud, write down deployment models. Put a heading called as deployment models. In a bracket, types of cloud. There are 4 types of clouds available: private cloud, community cloud, hybrid public cloud, hybrid cloud. There are 4 types of clouds available in Salesforce. Not in Salesforce, but there are 4 types of clouds available: private cloud, community cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. Tomorrow's class, we will deal with this. We'll try to understand what are these private cloud, what is a community cloud, what is a public cloud, what is a hybrid cloud, right? Salesforce is a community cloud. People says, how Salesforce is a community cloud? Yes. What type of cloud Salesforce is? It's a community cloud. You might be hearing community cloud. And then inside the community cloud, we'll have a sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud. So all these differences will start from tomorrow. Tomorrow, towards the end of the class, we will start your practicals. So just bear with me for one more day. Tomorrow also, right? 80% of the class will be theory, and then we will start practical, and thereafter 95% and greater will be practical. So all the theories the way you have written, people who are getting boring, right? I don't think so, but in case, just bear for one more day. Perfect. Anybody has any questions? Guys, able to understand everyone? Everyone able to understand? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Rupam,
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me.
Let's say we are like doing both the admin and the development over here, right?
Correct.
So on an average, like how many times how many days it will gonna take for admin and how many days it will gonna
I
go
will
with
definitely recommend you to please go with the demo class videos, right?
I'm so sorry because I have attended late the
No,
last
I know
day.
that. That's
That's the
okay,
reason.
fine, no issues. So I'll request you to please go ahead and see the demo videos because these are repeating questions coming again.
I'm so
Right?
sorry because I
I
was
will.
not familiar
No
with you
problem.
have
No
already
problem.
described
That's
it.
okay. Please ask admin to share the video.
Rupam, I have a question about software as a service. As you told,
Yes, tell
like
me.
Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, like that. I got it.
Correct.
The next you told me CRM application, MS CRM and
Correct.
FDS.
Correct.
That I don't get it. Like,
Though we will see tomorrow, no? You will get it by tomorrow. Tomorrow when I'll open, right, when we'll start, we'll go into Salesforce. Then you'll immediately will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
right?
thank you.
Perfect. No problem. Right. Right. That's it. Thank you. Right. Have a
Thank you,
nice
Rupam.
and wonderful
Have a
day.
nice day.
Right.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
guys. Take care. Let's
Rupam,
meet tomorrow at 7
Rupam,
o'clock.
where I need to update my email?
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Tomorrow you log in. I'll tell you where to update. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.